Well, happy Monday, everybody. Let's get this show kicked off right. Our first guest today won the award for Best Pop Band in 2014 from New York City's Village Voice and is currently on tour, including a show tonight in Tucson. Before we chat with a member of Parlour, take a look at a clip of their music.
Broken hearts and broken bones, spent that summer all alone. What's the difference? I know you're waiting for me. What's your name? I forgot when you told me. You were something pretty, something right out of a movie.
Wow, beautiful music, isn't it? And a cool video too. So Lily Cato joins us now from the band. Actually, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And the rest of your band is actually off camera right now. They couldn't fit on here with us, but thank you, all three of you, for gracing us with your beauty and your talent.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the tour that you're on right now.
We are on tour for most of the month of March with the band Electric Six from Detroit.
Yes.
And they put on a hell of a show every night, so it's been really fun. But this is our first stop in Arizona. Tomorrow we head to Phoenix, and then onward to California.
Well, it's going to be an exciting tour. I know it's your first time in Tucson, right? Yeah. So tell Tucsonans out there watching, a little bit about your music. What do you guys kind of sound like?
I didn't know it was called Tucsonans.
I know. Well, there you go.
It's, I don't know, we like to, it's pretty heavy rock and roll, most of it. This song is a little bit of a departure, with three-part sort of Andrew Sisters style harmonies on top. It's a little eclectic, but I don't know, we have fun.
So it's part of this new record, and what sort of inspired the style of the record or the songs on it?
The record, it's very personal. I write all the music, and it was, the whole thing was sort of a departure for us, because we had been a sort of rowdy band, and then we started working with this one producer, Emery Dobbins, who sort of reined us in a little bit, started rehearsing more and doing the things that a band should do. And then we sort of unearthed this sort of more pristine sound that really let the harmonies shine.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, just listening to the music, you can tell that it's very simplistic, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But you're right, it really refines it, makes it easier to listen to.
Yeah.
And I know we were watching clips of the music video that you guys did, so kind of tell us about that experience and how that kind of idea came about.
I was in a grocery store last year, and I was waiting in the checkout line, and a very famous ballad came on the radio, and I noticed that everyone around me was singing out loud, like quietly to themselves, and it was like a slice of New York City. It was like all walks of life, different ages, different genders, but everyone was singing, but no one was acknowledging it, and I was it was really funny, but I was profoundly moved. And I came home and wrote it down, and I was like, this needs to be a music video one day.
Yeah, well, it's beautifully represented in that video that we watched, and it keeps
pretty?
rolling a little bit. I love it.
Right.
So how does this style that you've developed for this record transition to performing live? Because you're going to be doing that tonight and on your tour, so how does it come across?
It's different.
Okay.
We have sort of swung back to our roots, especially because of touring with Electric Six, and they really bring a party every night. So we were like, all right, we have to meet them, up there. So we've swapped out a lot of the sort of more chill, ballady songs for some of our older songs and some new ones that aren't on the album. And then we, of course, have a handful from the album that we've amped up a little bit.
Makes sense.
I love it. Well, I have to tell you, as a woman in the performing industry, I'm loving your band already. But I think it's so cool. It's 3 women, 3 men, and so I'm curious, in the rock and roll world, that's hard to say, what is it like being a woman in this industry? I mean, how do you and your bandmates kind of feel as these women in a rock band touring?
How do we feel? It can be really wonderful, and it can be brutal. This tour alone has been such a mixed bag of wonderful, welcoming people who treat us equally, and just the most shocking, I mean, the things that I'm sure you know, the things that people think that they can say to you and that it's acceptable blows our minds every day.
Right, and you guys are going to go all the way to the end of March. We have some dates on the screen now, so if anybody can't make it to the one here, of course they can make it to the very final one in New York, or the ones before it. Now, what's next for you guys? How do you attack the next album?
That's a great question. We actually started recording. We decided to do it very low-key, incrementally in Brooklyn at a studio that we love. Producing by ourselves, just sort of getting the reins back into our own hands, and it feels really good. So that's as far as we've gotten.
Well, we can't wait to hear the new album, Lily.
thank
This
you.
is so great. We're so happy that you're here in Tucson. I'm going to make sure everybody knows exactly where they can come see you live.
Great.
But thank you, and thank you guys too for coming on today.
Thank you all.
And
Thank you
have
so
a great
much.
time in Tucson.
Thank you.
All right.
And you can see Parlour Tricks performing live at the Flycatcher tonight on 4th Avenue. For more information, you can call the Flycatcher at 207-9251 or go online to parlourtricksmusic.com.